What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have got a compilation of clips of Zlaner blatantly using Aimbot in Warzone 3. This guy will never learn. We've done this in Warzone 1 for him, we've done it in Warzone 2 on him, and now we're doing it in Warzone 3. This guy is a blatant cheater. I just wonder why Dr. Disrespect still plays with him. But without further ado, let's play all these clips for you. Let's crack on with the video.
Me. Me. Me.
Knock one. Knock. Knock one. Knock. Look up, ready? This guy?
Getting looked at? Getting looked at from behind?
Okay. Look up, ready? This guy? Getting looked at. Getting looked at from behind. Okay. Coming up to our building right here. Knocked. Coming up to our building right here. Coming up to our building right here. Our position here.
These guys got to move out too.
Our position here. These guys gotta move out too. Our position here. These guys gotta move out too. Hold on, let me cook this guy. Hold on, let me cook this guy. Hold on, let me cook this guy. Instant buy. Instant buy. Instant buy.
There are so many unnatural moments within his aim, from aiming at people in the sky with his crosshairs locked onto them, from snapping onto and locking onto enemies. It's all the same behaviour that we've seen from Zlaner across Warzone 2 and Warzone 1. It's almost like he's fine-tuned his Aimbot program up until this point. He was very blatant in Verdansk, Caldera not so much, Al-Mazrah not so much, but you could still see Aimbot was in play. But right now it's almost like he's back to square one. He wants to get to the top of them leaderboards, he wants to clutch those wins for him and Doc, but he is blatant with it. Let's break down some of those clips now. So straight off the rip with these clips, you can clearly see his aim locking on. It's the unnatural snap to the door that is a very big problem for me. So this guy runs into the crosshair, then his aim locks onto him. As soon as the enemy's down, it goes dink over to the door, and then the enemy pops out. Perfect timing, wouldn't you say? It is very obvious to me, these situations, because I have personally seen how Aimbot functions. So it's up to me to try and explain to you guys what is and what isn't Aimbot. But the way it locked onto the enemy upper sort of chest area, neck area, is very strange. And then the same again with the second enemy. But it almost looks like he's used his Aimbot foot pedal to toggle it to search for the next enemy. Same applies here. You can clearly see the moment it locks on. So from there it goes dink and locks onto the enemy. Very strange behaviour. Even the jump at the end as the enemy goes down. So we've zoomed right in because he's off centre. Bang! Straight onto him. And it's as soon as he fires that first shot, the aim locks on. Same with this one. A couple missed at the start, right? But then bink, locks onto the enemy, and then after this enemy goes down, ready, it transfers instantly to the second enemy, meaning that he's still got it toggled on, causing that transfer across from enemy 1 to enemy 2. Zoomed in again, you can see it more clear as the transfer happens. Enemy goes down and his aim just snaps onto the next available target, which just so happens to be right next to him. And we've seen this multiple times from Zlaner in the past. Something I will say about Zlaner, he's learned to let the enemy run into his crosshair, okay? And then his aim sticks to the enemy, meaning once that enemy's in his crosshair, toggle on, and away you go. This is something that we didn't see very often. We saw him toggling and snapping onto enemies very early on in Verdansk, but now what we're seeing here is him learning how to use his cheats. Because if that was in fact just aim assist, as they like to say, there would have been a slight push as the enemy was running across his crosshair, but it wasn't. It's toggled on. Now this one, perfectly tracking the enemy in the air, but one thing I wanted to point out about this clip is when there's a sort of malfunction here. It's like he whips his map up a couple of times, which breaks away the aim. Are you ready? Yeah? So that moment there tells me maybe there's a malfunction with his aimbot program. Again here, it completely locks onto this guy, predicting where he's coming from, although we did see him prior to this, I will say. Pings him through the rock though, and then the guy runs out and he absolutely lasers him from there. Don't get me wrong, this gun's OP at the moment anyway, but we're not paying attention to how quick people are dying. We're only paying attention to the unnatural mechanics. So he's pinged that guy through the rock and then locks onto him. And it's always the same area of the enemy that he's locking onto. This is something we used to see in Verdansk. When it came to the likes of Rebirth Island and other modes, he started changing his aimbot settings so that he was locking onto knees and elbows, and that was because he was being found out by none other than yours truly. So he decided to change his program, but it looks like he's gone back to square one with his cheats. Now that right there is an indication of an aimbot snap. He saw the enemy glint off the sniper, but his aim was slightly to the right. It's as he shoots, his aim snaps to the left. Watch again now as we've zoomed in on it. Right, so it's not about wall hacks or anything like that, it's only about his aim. So he sees the glint there, he knows the enemy's there, his aim's off now, and then as soon as he shoots, it whips back to the enemy there. That is not a natural behaviour, it's unnatural, it's mechanical, and it is very strange, almost like an aimbot. This one's very quick, but as he turns the corner here, his aim's off again, and bang, bang, bang. As soon as he starts shooting, his crosshair straight onto the enemy upper chest. Ready? Crosshair's off, so it's not great centering, but bang. Yeah, that was a very quick kill, but a good example of his crosshair being off target until he starts shooting. Same again with this one. He's lying down here waiting for an enemy to come out because Dr. Disrespect's just died to him inside. The enemy comes out, watch his crosshair tracking the perfect, and it's off until he starts shooting now. And it's on. And guess where it's on? The upper chest. Now this is something that we pay attention to when it comes to Zlaner. There are patterns within his aim. Like I mentioned earlier, there was a whole period of time he was locking onto an enemy's left knee. And then there was a period of time where he was locking onto the enemy's left elbow. And these are Aimbot selections, by the way. So he's now chose to go back to center chest or upper chest, which is allowing him to get quicker, easier kills. One thing's for sure, I believe at this point in time, Zlaner is going to go on to win a couple of Warzone tournaments if he carries on cheating the way he is in these clips. He stopped winning any sort of tournament or placing in the top 3 a very long time ago when we started exposing him on this channel for his dirty, horrible cheating habits. And now he's gone back to using the same cheats as before, where he's locking onto the upper chest, well, at least the same Aimbot selection, whereas in the past when he started changing it around to elbows and knees, he stopped winning tournaments because, hey, it takes a lot longer to kill someone if you're shooting them in the elbow than it does if you're shooting them in the upper chest or head. So what we're seeing here is Zlaner prepping himself for being one of the greatest Warzone players, or the LeBron James of Warzone, as he likes to call himself. And honestly, I'm not going to let that happen. We're going to put a stop to that here. We're going to be pointing out every little detail of Zlaner's bad habits throughout this game. Already, we're not even a week into the game, and Zlaner has already proven that he's using Aimbot in this game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and if you did enjoy today's video, smash that thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss our future uploads, and honestly, give the video a share if you don't mind. Help us get the message out to everyone that Zlaner is a dirty, cheating rat. And also, guys, if you want to contact me about a streamer you believe is cheating, you can reach me over on Twitter at badboybeeman1. And one last thing before we go. If you're anything like me and you're dealing with daily stress and a lot of anxiety, believe me when I say this, Supreme CBD products are unreal. These gummies have helped me massively with the anxiety and stress of my everyday workload, and they could probably help you too if you're dealing with those things. I've got other products here as well, including the oil. These drops work great just before you go into bed. For anybody who has like sleepless nights, these can help massively. And I've got plenty of other products to actually test out from them. I've not tried this yet, but it's the deep freeze balm. I've also got the soft gel capsules, and the reason I chose these is because I've got a sweet tooth, and sometimes you can go through the gummies a little bit too fast. And guys, if you want to go and take a look yourself, make sure you use code BBB40 at checkout to save 40%. The link is in the description below.